council members, members of District 122 Executive Committee, fellow Toastmasters, respected guests, ladies and gentlemen, I welcome you all to the very first meeting of CA Toastmasters Club Multan. Our club's mission is to provide a supportive and positive learning experience where members are empowered to develop valuable communication and leadership skills, leading to greater self-confidence and personal growth. Please note there are some ground rules for Toastmaster meetings. Please keep your mics on mute when you are not speaking. You are encouraged to keep your videos on. Kindly encourage the speakers by sending your valuable feedbacks and comments to them privately. Please use the chat box when necessary. Toastmaster International guides people to be mindful of the diversity and sensitivity of others and promotes us to keep our speeches in good taste. Without further ado, I would like to call the person who will take the meeting further, his fellow member of the ICAP, Chief Financial Officer of very reputed business conglomerate here in Multan, past president of our previous Toastmasters Club, and winner of the most number of table topic sessions and prepared speeches. Please welcome President of CA Toastmasters Club Multan, Toastmaster Javed. Over to you, Javed sir.
Sir, thank you very much, Toastmaster Ijaz Tariq. I guess he has spoken very high about me. I won't take the long because Rana Saab, he has to go for another meeting. I welcome all the guests, especially our chief guest for today's event, Rana Usman Saab, DTM Iftikhar Taj Saab, he's also council member, DTM Zunair Zafar Saab, Director Toastmasters International Ghulam Abbas Saab, and Zishan Saab, and many other. I may not, I'll seek apology if I may not speak your name. I won't take long. I just wanted to just mention, it's a great effort by Zunair Zafar, Iftikhar Taj, and Ghulam Abbas. The club was previously working for a couple of years, but unfortunately, due to some complications over here, the club was suspended. Now it is being re-alived. Grateful to Rana Saab, who on my request within a short notice, he agreed to grace our occasion. So I'll hand over the control to Rana Usman Saab. Rana Saab, please.
बिस्मिल्लाहिर्रहमानिर्रहीम. थैंक यू वेरी मच जावेद. एक तो आपके ये जो टोस्टमास्टर क्लब के दो रूल्स हैं ना जी, वो मेरे लिए बड़े, हम जैसे जो क्या कहते हैं वो बाय हार्ट स्पीकर्स होते हैं ना, उनके लिए मुश्किल हो जाते हैं कि एक तो टाइम को फॉलो करना और द अदर वन इज स्पीकिंग इन इंग्लिश फुल टाइम. तो ये दो बड़े डिफिकल्ट रूल्स हैं आपके, बट आई विल ट्राई टू बी विदिन दैट. आई थिंक यू हैव गिवन मी 5 मिनट्स.
इस दफा हमने रूल चेंज कर दिए हैं. आप पंजाबी, इंग्लिश, व्हाटएवर यू लाइक यू कैन स्पीक.
Oh, thank you very much. एक्चुअली मुझे थोड़ा इफ्तिखार साहब मुझे कहते हैं ना कि मैं टोस्ट मास्टर हूँ बाय हार्ट, तो मैं शायद आपके फ्रेमवर्क को तो उतना फॉलो नहीं करता, बट डेफिनेटली आई स्पीक फ्रॉम माय हार्ट, तो आई एम वेरी मच पार्ट ऑफ इट. तो उस कॉन्टेक्स्ट में मुझे थोड़ा सा ये लगता है कि जब आप पाबंदियां लगा देते हैं ना स्पीकर्स के ऊपर, तो इट बिकम्स वेरी डिफिकल्ट फॉर देम टू आई मीन बी विद इन दोस रिस्ट्रिक्शंस. बट again I think just quickly, because आपकी अपनी एक मीटिंग का टाइमलाइन है, स्केड्यूल है, you have to follow that. First of all, I think I could see very good names here. I mean, it's a mashallah very active and very good club I could see. और आपने इसको resume किया है after COVID. First of all, तो my all the best wishes, sincere prayers for all those who have been through this. अल्लाह ताला की रहमत से पाकिस्तान डेफिनेटली एक इम्पैक्ट तो हुआ, लेकिन उतना नहीं हुआ मैं कह सकता हूँ. और अभी हम शायद एक ऐसे मैनेजेबल पॉइंट पे आ गए कि वी आर ग्रेजुअली ओपनिंग अप अल्हम्दुलिल्लाह. एंड थैंक्स टू अल्लाह सुब्हानहू व तआला कि उसने कोई बहुत एडवर्सली इस कोविड ने, इस एपिडेमिक ने हमें कोई इम्पैक्ट नहीं किया. So anybody who has been victim of this, let's all pray for his full recovery, and who mashallah have been protected from it, definitely let's look forward कि वो आगे भी ऐसी अल्लाह ताला उनको अपनी सलामती और हिफाजत में रखे, आफियत में रखे. We are getting to new normals of course, and this is also a new normal कि आपकी माशाल्लाह जो टोस्टमास्टर क्लब्स की इन पर्सन मीटिंग्स होती थी, now you are having them on the Zoom. आपने रोका नहीं है, but you are still continuing. इन्हीं न्यू नॉर्मल्स का पार्ट है कि आई हैव अटेंडेड वन AGM दिस मॉर्निंग फ्रॉम माय होम, जो कि शायद कभी कॉन्सेप्ट नहीं था, बट डेफिनेटली थिंग्स आर चेंजिंग. इस कोविड ने बहुत कुछ बदला है, बट वन थिंग रिमेन्स कि जो हमारी एक्टिविटीज हैं और जो इम्पोर्टेंस है ऑफ दिस एक्टिविटी, एटलीस्ट योर टोस्टमास्टर क्लब एंड grooming our people to communicate well, that remains whether we meet in person or we meet, let's say, through Zoom. That training process, that grooming process, that development of those abilities, communication abilities, which are considered to be key in this critical time, I think that remains. उसके लिए डेफिनेटली जो आपके टोस्ट मास्टर्स का एक पूरा मतलब हिस्ट्री है, आई वुड से माशाल्लाह इफ्तिखार ताज साहब की जो एफर्ट्स हैं, शाहिद काजी साहब की जो एफर्ट्स हैं, जुनेर इटसेल्फ लाहौर से इस क्लब ने जितना एफर्ट किया, जितने लोगों को माशाल्लाह इस क्लब के साथ एसोसिएट किया, उनकी आई वुड से जिंदगियां बदली. मतलब मैं तो इसको लाइफ चेंजिंग कहता हूँ, बिकॉज कम्युनिकेशन अगर नहीं है तो हम अपनी जो प्रोडक्ट जो कहते हैं कि बहुत अच्छी प्रोडक्ट है उसको शोकेस नहीं कर सकते, और वहाँ हम अक्सर बहुत चैलेंज फेस करते थे. एंड वी ऑल जो कि प्रोफेशन में भी काम कर रहे हैं या इंडस्ट्री में काम कर रहे हैं कैन रियलाइज द इम्पोर्टेंस ऑफ दिस कम्युनिकेशन थिंग, कि जब आप बोर्ड रूम्स में बैठते हैं डायरेक्टर्स के साथ, स्पॉन्सर्स के साथ, आप लेट्स से निगोशिएट कर रहे होते हैं अपने कॉन्ट्रैक्ट्स विद बैंकर्स, विद लेट्स से वेंडर्स, तो वहाँ आपका जो रोल है with communication it becomes very important. I mean numbers तो आप बना ही रहे हैं, but definitely when it you can explain them and you can communicate them well, definitely things become much different. और उसी की एक ज़रूरत थी, and this Toastmaster Club I think has played a very important role on that. Lot of appreciations for all those who have initiated this, who have worked throughout this journey for the success of Lahore Club and creation of others and success of all other clubs. और एक चीज जो मैं तो बहुत ही एडमायर करता हूँ कि योर रेगुलर मीटिंग्स एक्चुअली, मैं आज तक अगर आपके क्लब को उस तरह से फॉर्मली ज्वाइन नहीं कर सका, तो द ओनली रीजन इज कि एवरी फोर्टनाइट रेगुलरली आना और टाइम स्पेयर करना और बी पार्ट ऑफ इट, दिस इज रियली समथिंग टू बी अप्रिशिएटेड. और जो लोग इस सारे जर्नी में इसका पार्ट रहे हैं, आई थिंक दे डिजर्व लॉट ऑफ एप्रिसिएशंस फॉर दिस. तो विद दिस ऑल द बेस्ट विशेस. आप इसको आज रीओपन कर रहे हैं, मुल्तान को क्या कहना चाहिए, इसको रीइनिशिएट कर रहे हैं आफ्टर अ ब्रेक. बेस्ट ऑफ लक, अल्लाह ताला आपको और कामयाबियां दे और तरक्कियां दे, और जिस मकसद और जिस ऑब्जेक्टिव के लिए हम ये एक्टिविटीज़ कर रहे हैं उसको हम इफ़ेक्टिवली, सिंसियरली अचीव कर सकें, और उसके जो बेनिफिट्स हैं जो हमारी ज़िंदगियों में आने चाहिए, वी मस्ट हैव दैट. और एक चीज़ जो मैं अक्सर देखता हूँ, शायद आप भी उसको उस एंगल से देखते होंगे, कि कम्युनिकेशन स्किल इज़ वन जो कि हम इस प्लेटफॉर्म से डेवलप कर रहे हैं, बट जो बॉन्डिंग है ना, बेसिकली कमिंग टुगेदर, एक दूसरे के साथ मिलना, बात करना, नेटवर्किंग जो है, दैट इज रियली हाईली अप्रिशिएबल. और ये हमारे प्रोफेशन में रहते हुए ऑन टाइम्स बड़ा मुश्किल हो जाता है, बट व्हेन डेफिनेटली फोर्टनाइटली यू आर मीटिंग, यू आर कम्युनिकेटिंग विद ईच अदर, तो उससे जो एक बॉन्डिंग इस्टेब्लिश होती है, आई थिंक उसको थोड़ा सा हमें इस फॉर्मल सेटअप से निकल के इनफॉर्मल सॉर्ट ऑफ मीटिंग्स की तरफ, जहाँ पे हम अपनी फैमिलीज को इकट्ठा कर सकें, हम अपने नेक्स्ट जनरेशन को एक दूसरे के साथ मिलवा सकें, आई थिंक दैट कुड आल्सो बी समथिंग गुड आइडिया टू एक्सप्लोर. कि हम इंडिविजुअली एज ए प्रोफेशनल्स तो अपनी एबिलिटीज को डेवलप कर ही रहे हैं, एक नेटवर्किंग बना रहे हैं, बट इस नेटवर्किंग की जो एक नेक्स्ट एक्सटेंशन है, आवर फैमिलीज, आवर नेक्स्ट जनरेशन, उनकी आपस की नेटवर्किंग, आई थिंक दैट शुड आल्सो बी कंसीडर्ड. और अगर इस तरह से कोई चीज़ बनती है, तो यू कैन जस्ट इमेजिन द फोर्स this community or this fraternity can have if we all come together. So with this, I'll not take much of your time. I wish you all the best. Good luck for today's meeting, and definitely for the all activities to come in the future. Again, a lot of appreciations for all of you who have worked hard to bring this club at this level. Particularly मुल्तान में जावेद का डेफिनेटली एक बड़ा अदरवाइज भी रोल है, और उसके अलावा जो जावेद की टीम है सीपीडी में, बाकिर हैं आपके साथ, साजिद तो चूंकि अगर मैं कहूँगा तो आप कहेंगे कि मैं अपने ही लोगों की तारीफ कर रहा हूँ तो बट आई थिंक he also plays some role along with your team. So with all this, all the best and good luck, and inshallah see you all soon in person. मुल्तान का कोई मेरा विजिट प्लान है in some days, I think next week में, या week to come, तो मैं आता हूँ तो इंशाल्लाह I'll touch base with you. Thank you very much for giving me this opportunity, and best of luck. Allah Hafiz.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir.
तो अगर आपकी इजाजत हो तो मैं अब डिस्कनेक्ट करके तो अपना वो आप ही के लिए जो एक और काम है ऑफिस बेयर्स की मीटिंग ज्वाइन करने का, तो if you permit, तो I mean I can join that.
Sir, we are very much grateful, Rana साहब. Thank you very much. आपने इतने शॉर्ट नोटिस पे ज्वाइन किया और दूसरी मीटिंग को छोड़ के हमें ज्वाइन किया. We are very grateful to you. Thank you very much for that.
My pleasure and privilege जी. Thank you very much. Allah Hafiz.
Allah Hafiz. मैं थोड़ा सा बैकग्राउंड बताना चाहता हूँ. राणा साहब की वजह से हमारे पास टाइम थोड़ा शॉर्ट था. द रीजन फॉर सस्पेंशन ऑफ प्रीवियस क्लब. मेरे ख्याल में हम इस क्लब की इम्पोर्टेंस उस तरह से अमंग द मेंबर्स हाईलाइट नहीं कर सके. उसकी रीजन, देयर आर टू टाइप्स ऑफ मेंबर्स. वन आर वेरी सीनियर and other are very junior. Some people considers that they don't need any training or any sort of platform where they need to speak, and the others who are in a dilemma that they can't speak at any forum. So हम लोगों को उस प्लेटफॉर्म पे नहीं ला सके और लोगों को वो इसकी इम्पोर्टेंस उस तरह से रियलाइज नहीं करवा सके कि उन लोगों को चाहिए क्या और इस प्लेटफॉर्म की इम्पोर्टेंस क्या है. somehow ये जो हमारा कुछ लोगों का ग्रुप है जिसमें स्पेशली आमिर हारून साहब हैं, वो ड्यू टू डेथ ऑफ हिज कजन ही कुडंट जॉइन. अल्लाह ताला उनके कजन की मगफरत करे. उसमें इजाज हुसैन, इजाज तारिक, शुएब यज़दानी, बाकर इस्लाम, साजिद हुसैन, ये कुछ लोग ऐसे थे जिन्होंने इसकी इम्पोर्टेंस को रियलाइज भी किया और इन्होंने इसको फॉलो थ्रू भी किया. एंड आई गेस कि इंशाल्लाह कल पाकिस्तान का जिस तरह से एक डे था, एक जिसमें पाकिस्तान बना, इसी तरह से आज ये वेरी नेक्स्ट टू दैट इस क्लब का भी है. और हम उम्मीद करते हैं कि जिस तरह से हम पाकिस्तान डे मनाते हैं तो इंशाल्लाह हर साल हम इस क्लब की इनकॉर्पोरेशन डे भी मनाया करेंगे. With that, I will call the next session of this club. Our next speech is our District Director of Toastmasters Club, Zunair Zafar. I would request Zunair Zafar sir to have welcome speech. Thank you. Over to Zunair Zafar sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Javed Sahab, all the dignitaries, Toastmasters, guests, everyone. Welcome you all to the first meeting of the revived CA Toastmaster Club Lahore. CA Toastmaster Club Lahore, last time it was started or chartered around 3.5 years from now. And there was a time where we used to have 5 clubs, then we came down to 4. These 5 clubs within ICAP, then 4, and then we got back to 5, but this time it was Peshawar. I'm really glad and happy that we have reached our 6th club under ICAP's banner. And these are the clubs that are directly being run under ICAP, but there are other clubs which the ICAP has a huge contribution towards the Toastmasters and the propagation of this agenda of leadership and communication within its members and the general community. And truly, without ICAP, it would not have been possible for Toastmasters and the district of District 122 of Toastmasters International to have started its journey without all of these amazing clubs and the Toastmasters who are coming in from these clubs. I wanted to say a lot of things, but many of them were covered by the two very amazing speeches before me. However, I want to say just one thing to be on the point. When you come to a Toastmasters club, always remember why you are here. Every person, every member has a reason, a unique reason for joining and attending a Toastmasters meeting. Some people attend Toastmasters because they think they are not good communicators and they are here to learn. Some people come here because they know they are good communicators and they need a forum to use their skills, polish their skills. Some members come here to become better leaders. Some come here to have a good time, but when they start attending the meetings, they discover that they have started learning and becoming better leaders. Anyone who comes here with any reason, any positive reason, they do get something out of this journey because Toastmasters is a platform where you can test your skills, where you can improve, and where at times you can fail so that you don't have to fail in real life, in your personal life, in your professional life. And when you start gaining something, after a certain time, you will discover that you have improved as a human being, as a member of your family, as a professional, and as a member of your community. Because here you get positive feedback. Positive environment is one of the most interesting and probably unique things amongst many other meetings within ICAP that we have. That when you come to a Toastmasters meeting, there's nothing but positivity. Everyone is here to help others improve and in that journey improve themselves, which is why the kind of feedback that you get here. It might not be good feedback in the sense you will not get a lot of praises. You might learn something new, but that feedback, that critical feedback that you get, will be in the spirit to help you improve. So if you do get a critical feedback, don't feel disheartened. Come back again, overcome that shortcoming, and the next time, prove to everyone that you can improve and you can become better. With this, I would like to hand over the control back to the presiding officer of the meeting, and I would simply say at the end that best of luck to all the members of Toastmasters International, all the fraternity of ICAP from Multan and the areas around Multan who will be joining this club, who will be getting a lot of benefit from it, and who will be adding a lot of value to the lives of everyone around them. Best of luck, stay safe, stay healthy. Thank you.
Thank you, DTM Zunaid Zafar. It's your great effort that our club is reviving again. We also welcome Asad Feroz Saab, who has just joined, I think. Our next session is, we have to play different roles. Now, the main agenda of the meeting will be continued by the Toastmaster Ijaz Hussain. He is today Toastmaster of the meeting. He is head of accounts at a large listed company, and he's very experienced Toastmaster. I think he's one of the most experienced one from here in Multan. Before that, he was also a member of the Toastmasters Club at Lahore. So I would request Toastmaster Ijaz Hussain to have the control, please. Toastmaster Ijaz Hussain.
Thank you, Toastmaster Javed Anju. It's great pleasure to part of this club. Fellow Toastmasters, my name is Ijaz Hussain and I am fellow member of ICAP. I am playing the role of Toastmaster of the meeting. Today, the theme of the meeting is to travel is the life. I will talk about little about the theme of the meeting. Traveling is very crucial part of life and it is the best way to get out of busy schedule. It is also experience the life in different ways. Traveling is usually a good remedy for stress, anxiety, and depression. By traveling, you can broaden your vision, and there are 7 reasons I have stated. the traveling is very important. Number one, you discover new cuisines when you go at traveling with different areas. You explore new cultures, you improve your health, you do your self-development, you ensure your inner peace, and you get practical education, and the most important, you meet with new people. This was the theme of the meeting today, and I will introduce the general evaluator of the meeting, Toastmaster Iftikhar Taj. Iftikhar Taj is DTM, and he is very senior member of ICAP, and he is a great Toastmaster. Then there are a few roles that will be played by some Toastmasters. First role is A counter. A counter is being played by Mr. Toastmaster Sajid. Toastmaster Sajid, will you explain your role, please? Toastmaster Sajid is here.
Now I have unmuted. My role is actually to count the while speaking by different speakers, specifically speaker, I think TM Javeria and TM Ammara. And I will be counting the number of hours spoken while they will be speaking. This is my role.
Okay, thank you, Toastmaster Sajid. Now the next role is grammarian. Toastmaster Tessin was playing this role. I think he is not here.
I'm here.
You are here? Okay, thank you. Will you explain your role, please?
Thank you. As grammarian, it is my responsibility to pay close attention to all the speakers, listen carefully to their language use. I'll take note of the language, their grammar, any outstanding words, quotes, change of thoughts. And as grammarian, it's also my duty to introduce a word of the day.
Please introduce the word of the day.
Yeah, since our theme is to travel to live, so I tried to find a word related to that. Our word for today is vivacious. Vivacious. It means a person, someone who is full of life. Can I show it? It's written. Have it written here. I think
Yes, you can show.
Yeah. Can you see that?
Okay.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you. The next role is timer. I am also playing the role of timer. I will explain the role of timer. Fellow Toastmaster and guest. As a timer, I will time the table topic speaker, formal speeches, and evaluation. I will alert each speaker of the time which they have left using green, yellow, and red cards. I have these cards, green, yellow, and red. I will show when the time. For table topic, time limit is 2 minutes. At 1 minute, I will raise the green card. This is the green card. And at 1 minute and 30 seconds, I will raise the yellow card. And then at 2 minutes, I will raise the red card. After 2 minutes, you don't have the time, you have to finish your speech. And then for icebreaker, the time is 4 to 6 minutes. At 4 minutes, I will raise green card. At 5 minutes, I will raise yellow card. Then at 6 minutes, I will raise red card. I will be noting the time of each speakers, and I will give my report at the end of the meeting when general evaluator calls for it. Our first session is table topic speeches. No, sorry. No, we are going toward our prepared speeches. The first speaker was Miss Toastmaster Amara. Is there? Which is there?
Yes, she is with us.
Okay.
Yes, Assalamu alaikum. I'm here.
Walaikum salam. Toastmaster Amara is delivering the speech, our first speech, ice break, and our topic is to build. So please, will you please deliver your speech?
Okay, all right. Dear fellow Toastmasters and distinguished guests, Assalamu alaikum. My name is Umara, the word written with letter A, but pronounced with U. Umara finds its roots from Quran, Ain Mim Re. Allah Jalla Shanahu has used this word at 6 places in Quran in the meaning of to build, to maintain, to tend to enliven, to inhibit, or to settle in. In Greek, this word amara has been used to mean eternally beautiful. But I titled my today's speech as To Build, which actually reflects my struggle to what I am today as a person, as well as a professional lady. When I was born in the 3rd place to my parents, my grandfather told my father that this baby of yours would be a great professional in the future, none less than your sons. This was like a wish coming true to my father. He brought me up like his sons. He gave me confidence, guided me at every single step of my life, personal or professional. 2 years back, he left me to his eternal journey. But what I am today is what he built with his own hands. Starting my life from the best school of Gujranwala, I was the shining star at every stage, not only studies, but extracurricular activities. Number 1 debater, number 1 joke teller, dramatic society and whatnot. Settling at 2 or 3rd position used to be a setback for me. Taking challenges was part of my personality. And this is why I chose chartered accountancy as my career. Without having a single idea about what does chartered accountants really do. I just came to know that no one qualifies, and particularly this profession is not suitable for girls. And this was an enough reason for me to bump into chartered accountancy. But later I realized that I have accepted a huge mountain to hike, one failure to after another, coupled with financial crisis of my family. At some point in times, I was literally bent over my knees. Nonetheless, one thing I never stopped: to build my courage, to build my skills, to build my knowledge, to build my understanding with parents, with teachers, my mentors, my seniors. I was the first female batch of PAC. Then I was one of the 3 females who were selected as official first batch of KPMG in 2005. After 4.5 years, I was having a joining letter from one of the top rating agencies of Pakistan, PACRA, even 3 months before my articles were not completed. And without having any reference, without having any kind of support, I was selected by every organization. Every year at PACRA, I was promoted from financial analyst to senior financial analyst, AM manager, and reaching to the top. My last designation at PACRA was rating committee member, first youngest and female rating committee member of PACRA. I used to lead 500 rating assignments across 600 companies all across Pakistan, from every nook and corner of the country. Throughout my career at PACRA, I never applied at any job. I was offered positions of CFOs, head of internal audit, and whatnot. But I was really enjoying my career or my life at PACRA, analyzing different things as compared to auditing or historical numbers. Today, I'm heading finance function of Sanifa, a joint venture of Sapphire, Nishad, and Fatma. I am not leading a typical or stereotype, sorry for my words, a stereotype role of any chartered accountants that do in the industry. I not only look after finance, but I work closely with my CEO on the strategy side. This is what these three big giants selected me or offered me themselves, that I should come and join them to be part of their business strategic partner. I am still in the middle of my journey of building myself on strong foundations of what I have achieved as of today. The aim is to build myself beyond the limits, what I achieve at every step of my life. The vivacious lilac still grows, unfolding its sweet, scented flowers each spring. Thank you very much.
TM Ijaz, you're on mute.
So thank you very much, Ms. Amara. Thank you. Thank you for great speech you have. Now our next speaker is TM Javeria. She is student of B Pharmacy, and I will invite her to deliver her first speech. Ms. Javeria, please.
Okay, yes. I do accept failure because you fail, we fail, everyone fails, but I don't accept not trying. 20 years ago, a girl debunked over this planet, and according to the people, that was the first and the last time she was looking beautiful. But before telling her name, I must say, a good day to the Toastmasters and the guests. The girl who is standing in front of you all, instead of her name, that is Javeria Murjana, the best name suits her is termed and conditioned. That is because people ignore us so much. Being the youngest among my siblings, I was used to be the so pampered girl in my home. I started my school, everything was going so okay. But in my school, I used to be so dumb, ugly girl with ugly hairstyle and everything. Things got worse when I changed my school from Urdu medium to the English medium. In English medium school, I was so being notorious for the ugly hair, for the dumb styles girl. And then things got worse when I failed in my first class. And that was the time when my friends, my family, and most of all, my siblings lost belief in me. That was a so painful time for me because an 8-year-old girl, when failed in a fourth class, there was a big painful day for me. Then I thought I should become a sports girl, and I participated in a school race, where luckily I got third in number. I was third in position. Then I thought, okay, that's good. I will be a sports girl in future. I continued my sports, and when I was in 7th class, I participated in a district level speech. And there, the results were so astonishing for all of you because I was in top 10 because the number of contestants were 10. That was so, again, loser point for me. I reversed to my past where I was being known as a failure girl. Things have been keep going until I passed my school level, and then I was in a higher secondary school level, my intermediate. At the time, I used to be that type of girl who used to say, don't care about everything. I was just like, okay, if people are saying anything, let them say. I was used to be like that girl. Apna time aayega. It's a dialogue from a gully boy. I was used to say, oh, apna time aayega. But लोगों का time आ गया, मेरा time नहीं आया. And then a big challenge of my life came when I passed, I had to clear the entry test. But unfortunately, I failed in my entry test. Not one time, not two times, but three times. I failed in my entrance test. And that day was a big hell day for me. My parents were like, "What's wrong with you, girl? You can't even clear the entrance test." And I was like, "Yeah, I'm a so failure girl." And I was like that. I was fighting with everyone. One side I was fighting with the society, and one side I was fighting with my friend. And the most of all, I had to fight with my family because of my failure. I was so disappointed with myself, for myself. And then I hardly passed the entrance test of my university, that is in Karachi University. It was last year in 2019, I got admission in a pharmacy university. And now I'm in third semester. But when I joined my university, I should be happy at that time, but I was not happy because I still, at that time, I used to feel that I'm so dumb girl. I hardly have passed this university exam. And then to cope with my overconfidence, I started to take part in the seminar committees in the club so that I can cope with my overconfident issues. But all I got is nothing, just to maintain the decorum of the audience, and that was not my aim. My aim was to recover my overconfidence issues. Then, in start of 2020, the worst condition came in the whole world. Everyone was so frustrated, so worried because of the COVID-19. The situation was apparently so unlucky for everyone, but the situation was good for me because at the time I again started to think for myself, to think the tips to recover my overconfidence issues. In that case, I did a very good job. But you people will be happy when you will know that I discovered a very good thing. I discovered proof, and I proved a verb wrong. Have you listened to that word? Nothing is impossible. I'm sure that you all have listened that. And in that day, I proved the verb wrong because the whole day I used to do nothing. Then I think, why people say nothing is impossible? Because in that day I used to do nothing. Well, then I joined a group on Facebook to overcome my all such issues of the underconfidence, sorry. And then I met the Carlton Speaks public group on a Facebook where I participate in a speech writing contest. That I think was the first step toward my success. I met people there on Facebook and I participated in that speech writing contest, and finally, and luckily, I qualified for the finals. That was a big day for me. I was happy that at least I can do something in the COVID-19 situation. I met to the admin of the Carlton Speaks, and he told me that I should join Toastmaster of my area. And guys, and this and everyone, you can see I'm standing here in front of you all. That is a big day for me, for a 20 years old girl who are here to cope with his situation and with his problem of the underconfidence. I hope I will get and I will solve the problems of my underconfidence. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Javeria. It was really great speech, and I'm really impressed by the energy you exerted. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. Now I will remind to all of the members, all of the Toastmasters, please keep your vote at the end when asked. You can give vote to the vote voters. TM Ghulam Abbas, can you explain how the vote voter role will be played?
You can send me the private message in chat box
Okay,
with the
okay.
name
We
of
do have
speaker of
Zoom
your
poll.
choice.
Yes, yes. Please send the
We
name
do
of.
Zoom poll. We do have
Okay.
Zoom poll. So if you ask me, I can put the poll here. However, before that, you can please ask for the timer's report.
Okay. Now our next session is table topic master.
Can you please ask the timer for a, but you are the timer. You can share
Yes.
the, yes, please.
Okay. Okay. Now I will give the time of each speaker. First speaker was Ms. Romara. She spoke for 5 minutes and then and she qualified for the icebreaker. And then the next speaker was Toastmaster Javeria. Her time was 7 minutes 14 seconds. Unfortunately, she could not qualify for the speech. Thank you. Now we are moving toward our next session. Next session is table topic master. Today, for table topic speeches, Toastmaster Javed Anjum is playing the role of table topic master. I will give control to Toastmaster Javed Anjum. Toastmaster Javed Anjum, sir, please.
Thank you, Toastmaster Ijaz. I was wondering, to disqualification of Javeria, is there still need to vote for the best speaker? Zunair or Ghulam Abbas, anyone can?
You
No,
have
I
the
think
right.
there is.
Zunair, you can give your point of view.
Well, we do have a time limit. However, as a presiding officer of the meeting, you can, because this was an icebreaker and this is our first meeting, so why not give opportunity to everyone to participate and maybe even win? So we can have the poll just for fun because there is no cup or trophy at the end. However, you do get to feel
Both
good.
the speakers were very excellent. So I think it will be great if we can allow her.
Yes, great.
Yes, that would be great.
Thank you.
What I can do is I can start the poll and everyone will get a poll on their screens and they can click on the person who they thought was the best speaker for the prepared speech session. So
Sure.
for the benefit of everyone, what I'll do is first I'll put a test poll so that all of you know how it will feel and look like, and you can click on your preferred item.
Okay.
So I would request after the meeting, can you please train someone from Multan so we can do next time ourselves?
Absolutely, will do.
Thank you. Thank you,
Okay,
DT
yes,
and
it's a very.
fellow Toastmasters and guests. It's a great event and great honor for us that people like DTM, Iftikhar Taj, Zunair Zafar, Qazi Saab, Ghulam Abbas, and many are supporting us and they are training us like anything. We are grateful to all of you people that you are spending your precious time today with us, with Multan Toastmasters. So today we have a table topic session that is the past of Toastmaster program, and I think the best part of this table topic session is we just need to speak from 1 minute to 2.5 minutes. So it's an impromptu speaking. We don't need to prepare ourselves. So it's just a confidence building that we can speak at any event without any preparation. As Rana said at the start of his speech, that everyone has his own objective to participate in this meeting. Zunair Saab also mentioned. I guess for the Multan members, initially it's a great learning experience, and then to have relationship building with the other clubs and especially with the management of Toastmasters International. Last time we got suspended because we were not having any sort of sport But I think this time we have a very strong sport, and inshallah we'll continue to excel in this field. Now come to the table topics. It's I guess today we have one theme: to travel is to live, and then there's also a word of the day: vivacious. So the speakers have to consider both the things in their mind while speaking. I would call a phrase, and then anyone, I would say, anyone can explain that phrase. Our first table topic is: what national attraction or tourist spot everyone must visit once and why? So, can anyone, or do I have to spot some member?
Can I? Can I?
No, I guess you're the already a speaker, so I request any member who is not a speaker.
Yes, TM Javed Saab, you can give the name of any person.
Okay, so I will request Toastmaster Ijaz Ahmed. Toastmaster Ijaz Ahmed.
Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum assalam. The question is, what national attraction or tourist spot you like the most and you want everyone to visit?
I think the best tourist spot in Pakistan is Naran Kagan. I would like to invite everyone at least to visit once in their life. And the reason why it is best is because the culture, the people over there, and the natural beauty, the mountains and the lush rivers, grassy greens, and especially the attitude of the people. I think this is the best, which I recommend. Naran Kagan is the best place for everyone to visit at least once in their life.
Just you have to speak at least 1 minute until
Okay,
the
right.
green light turns on.
Okay, right, sir. Can I recommend any other place other than Naran Kagan? I mean, as a second priority, or just only focus on Naran Kagan?
Continue, please. Continue. Sure.
Yeah, I think after Naran Kagan, Ayubia Nathya Gali is the second place which I would like to recommend. The people should go there and at least spend some time in Ayubia Nathya Gali. And after Ayubia and Nathya Gali, I think Murree is also the favorite place in Pakistan that everyone should try to visit. And most of the people obviously have visited the Murree. And that is also, I think, the best place, the third one in Pakistan.
So, thank you, Ijaz. Timer, please. Who is the timer for today's meeting?
No, I will give a report at the end of the meeting.
Okay. So,
okay, you can continue.
Our next question, it is for, so we have many big names here today. So, but my next question is from Rao Suhail. Rao Suhail, are you there?
Yes, sir. I am here.
If you could, Walaikum Assalam. Rao Suhail, I have a question for you. If you could travel back in time,
yes, sir.
Whom you would want to meet and why?
Well, if there is possibility, I would like to move back to Saudi Arabia as I have been living there with my family in my childhood or in young age, you can say. My wish, you can say, was there to meet the Imam Kaaba Abdurrahman Sudes at that time. That was my wish to meet him and to spend time with him. I have been there. There's been opportunity with my family to visit Makkah and Medina for Umrah and Hajj. But my main wish was to meet that person. He also visited Pakistan, we all know, a couple of years back, Abdurrahman Sudes. So that was my wish, is my wish, you can say that, if I could move back in past and could meet that person physically at that place. And well, this is one person I can mention specifically. Other persons can be, but this is the one only I can say at the spot now.
Thank you.
And the reason the reason was left.
Sure, sure.
I think we all know that the reason. One of the pious persons in he's a Muslim Ummah, you can say, and who has been given the responsibility to offer such services as he has been giving and still giving. So that's the main reason. The second reason is his voice. His voice is very beautiful when he recites Holy Quran. So Javed Anjum, I have finished my note.
Thank you, Toastmaster Rao Sohail Nawab.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Wonderful speech.
Thank you.
I guess for a new member, it's a very good effort, Rao Sohail.
Sir, thank you so much.
You're welcome. My next question is from Toastmaster Sajid. Is he here?
Yes.
Yes, Sajid. How do you find the strength, what you believe is the right to do?
How do you find the, sorry?
Strength.
No, when we believe anything is right, we find the strength from the values that that drives the decision, that decision or that value or that virtue or that policy or that decision is right. Because if assuming we believe that we are or anybody has some attribute, then we will compare that attribute to some benchmark. That might be some industry standard or some religious belief or some policy or some law. And if we believe after that comparison to that qualities of any person or any, you can say, decision as compared to benchmark, it means what we are thinking and what we have decided that anything is right, and the strength will be given based on the matching of the qualities with the benchmark, and then we can have the strength and believe they're right. This is how it is. Point from my side.
Thank you, Toastmaster Sajid. It was excellent speech by you. Now, I would request, I guess, Toastmaster Rashid Faiz. Are you here, Rashid Sahab?
Yes, sir, I am here. Hello.
What gets you excited about life, Rashid? Toastmaster Rashid Faiz.
What gets you excited about life?
Yes.
Adventure, growth, and showing your ability to perform. When you have some adventure and you see that you are capable of performing it, then you really get excited. And once you are done, you see to another adventure and you see that you still have strength for doing that. Then this gives you more excitement. And this excitement keep on increasing when you are meeting each and every milestone out of that big adventure, big activity that you are planning and performing or doing for that. So to me, this is something which brings true excitement to life. From the other perspective, this was on a general endeavor side, if we consider it from Islamic point of view, then definitely this is the idea of reward that we are going to get by the end. That gives you excitement for doing things properly in this world to have a better life hereafter. That's all. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Rashid. It was a pleasure to have you here. Now, I would request Toastmaster Jameel Tahir. Jameel Saab, are you here? Okay. Toastmaster Javed Iqbal. I guess many of the members have joined, but they are not practically here. So maybe it could be.
I think they have muted and their voice is not coming.
Okay, right. Toastmaster Ijaz Tariq, are you available?
Yeah.
It's the last question for you. From you. If you could be of any age, what would you select and why?
Thank you very much for putting a very good question. Of course, there are different things one can do in different parts of the age. When you are a kid, you have different things to do and you have attractions for different things. When you are a kid, you are more attracted towards sports, enjoyable activities, and especially looking at the sort of child I was, I think avoiding education as much as possible. And then we grow up, our priorities are changed. In the teenage, sometimes we may be derailed from our core objectives, our core values. But if we are lucky enough to have proper guidance and support, we can also get back to the right track. So in the teenage, we have different things to do. Practically, much of our youth is usually less inclined towards real things that matter for their long-term future. I think one must do is that one must focus on the things that can be helpful for long-term success, both in this world and in the hereafter. And when you are mature, you are more focused on the career, on the family, and the social side. And in the like elderly age, you have different priorities, like depending upon the role where life has taken to you. Like if you are at some organization, your role is in strategic planning. If you are in government, you may be in politics. If you are a family leader, you may be prioritizing to keep people's collected. So these are the things which one can do in different parts. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Ijaz Tariq. Toastmaster Bakir Islam just realized me that he is also present in the meeting, so I can have a question from him as well. So thank you, Bakir Sahab, for realizing me. So I have a very simple question from you. What makes you smile? Toastmaster Bakir Islam.
Thank you, sir. Assalamu alaikum, everyone. Smiling is part of life, and Anil Saab very well know. I try to keep working and try to smiling as well with my colleagues, with my family members as well. And smiling initiates your abilities in better manner. If you are keep on working, our profession is very rough and I mean dry profession. And if we are making gossips with our work as well and planning something other than routine work, like traveling, it it can make us fresh and improve our energies to work more. And everyone has objectives in his life, and to achieving the objectives is the satisfaction in your life. And I think when you are working hard and moving towards your aims, you need to take some rest, you need to take some break, you should smile, you should travel, you should come out of the routine works and and should do some vivacious activities which can energize yourself. And I think it will be a great reason to smile, to take break, and move ahead in your life. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Toastmaster Bakir Islam. Thank you very much. You did a wonderful. I think it will take us time to learn how we have to work with technology. We are used to practical meeting where we see turning on and off green, yellow, and red lights. But I think it's irritating me, especially that there is no light and we can't understand that whether a particular person has completed his time or not. So I would request Mr. Timer to please explain whether all the speakers have qualified or not.
Yes, thank you, Toastmaster Javidanju. All the speakers have qualified.
That's
They
great.
performed their speech within time limit. Thank you.
So Zunair sir, Toastmaster DTM Zunair will run the, I think, vote counter. So with
Can you please rename the? Can you please share the names of the speakers and the times they took, and in the meanwhile, I can put their names in the poll.
Okay, sure. Thank you. First speaker was Toastmaster Ijaz Ahmed, 1 minute 27 seconds. Second was Toastmaster Suhail Nawab, 1 minute and 4 seconds. Third was Toastmaster Sajid Ali, 1 minute. Fourth Toastmaster Rashid Faiz, 1 minute 16 seconds. Then Toastmaster Ijaz Tariq, 1 minute 57 seconds. And then Toastmaster Bakir Islam, 1 minute 5 seconds.
Okay, and the poll is coming in 3, 2, 1.
Thank you very much. With that, I would return the control of the meeting to the Toastmaster of the meeting. Thank you, everyone.
Okay, thank you, Toastmaster Javedanju. It was really a great session by you, as you are very experienced Toastmaster in our club and very senior member of the club. Thank you very much. Now our next session, last part is evaluation part. And our general evaluator of today is Toastmaster Iftikhar Taj. He is senior member of ICAR and is also council member of ICAR. And there is no, I think there is no need for any introduction for Iftikhar Taj Sahab. Everyone know he is superstar of our ICAP family. I will give control to Toastmaster Iftikhar Taj. Please.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Ijaz. So kind of you. It's a great feeling and great moment that we are reviving this club, and I am part of it. You know, the history of this club, when it started, it was, I would say 95% effort of it. Toastmaster Ijaz, who is Toastmaster of the meeting right now, he started, he took the initiative. We have been communicating with each other, and then others as well, Ijaz, Tarek and others. And then we formed that club. But somehow technology was not there at that time to keep the club motivated. And today, again, we are having first meeting. I am grateful to Multan that they are serving to Multan and they are doing great job. And I'm sure it's not only chartered accountants, but non-chartered accountants will also benefit from this great club. There are many things to do. But right now, I want to speak on the meeting agenda, which is general evaluation. I just, for the interest of members, I tell you that, first of all, I will be requesting evaluators to evaluate the speeches. And after that, I will be asking for the votes for the best evaluator. And thereafter, I will take the reports from Toastmaster Counter, then grammarian, and then timer. Timer report has to be first, and it's written at the end in the agenda. So this is how the flow will be. And thereafter, I will share my own thoughts on this whole meeting in general, that how this has been. So for that, first of all, I request evaluator of the first speech. First speech was delivered by Toastmaster Umara Gondal, and she is to be evaluated by Toastmaster Zara Tareen. Zara Tareen is the experienced Toastmaster and a chartered accountant. May I request Toastmaster Zara Tareen? For timer, the minimum time she needs to speak is 2 minutes and maximum time is 3 minutes with a grace of 30 seconds. So,
excuse me, I think there's been a bit of an error because the agenda that was shared, I was supposed to be evaluating Toastmaster Javeria.
Okay,
so.
There is actually, you are written as the first speaker evaluator, and yes, in the agenda it's Javeria, but okay, you can go ahead with Javeria.
Okay. Thank you, DTM Iftikhar. Fellow Toastmasters and guests, I'm supposed to be evaluating Javeria, who was delivering her icebreaker. Javeria, for someone who says that she is an inconfident 20 years old, you started very strong, and I think I'll have to disagree with you there. I don't think you know your potential. You are, mashallah, very confident. You gave a very good vibe of self-assurance, and it showed in your speech. The things that I really liked about your speech in particular were that you started with a very strong opening of a quote. And you know what that does is it just instantly grabs the attention of everyone who's listening to you. So that's a really good thing that you can start off with. You were very energetic. You were very confident, but you were also very energetic. So that's something that you have in your favor because people are not going to fall asleep when they're listening to you. So kudos to you on that. And another thing that I like about your speech was that you tried to keep it light. You added a little joke in there about that competition you were in, and you were amongst the top 10 and there were only 10 contestants. So that was a really nice touch. It sort of added a light tone to the whole thing. Okay. And there were some things that I think that you can improve on in your when you give speeches that perhaps you can work on. later that I felt was missing from your speech. The first thing that really sort of bothered me was that you really used a lot of negative words for yourself. You said that you felt dumb and ugly. Well, I can already tell you're not an ugly girl, and you're not dumb if you're where you are today. So I don't. It gives a very bad impression of you as a speaker. I think that it gives a sort of bad first impression if you tell others that you're a negative person. So just start with something that's neutral, and maybe put in anecdotes to let people decide for themselves what they think that you are. And one more thing that I believe that you could improve on is when you said that you failed, you didn't have a very sad tone. It was a very even tone. I mean, you're sad that you failed, but you said it. You didn't say like, "I'm sad and I failed." You said, "I'm sad and I failed," and that doesn't give a very good impression. I'm not convinced that you were sad. So maybe you can work on that. Maybe you can work on your expressions a little bit. And but on the plus side, you made really good use of space, and I think that there's a lot of potential in you, and you can do much better moving forward. Thank you so much, everyone.
Thank you very much. This was Toastmaster Zara. Now we move to the second evaluation. Second evaluation will be of Toastmaster Amara Gondal. And now I wonder if Asad Froz has evaluated Amara Gondal or Javeria. Toastmaster Asad Froz, can you evaluate Amara Gondal, or you have evaluated Javeria?
Yes, sir, I have evaluated Amara.
Oh,
Many
great.
thanks.
Wonderful. Wonderful. So I don't have to do many things. Great.
Yes.
It's over to you, Toastmaster Asad Froz.
Thank you, sir. Many thanks, TTM Iftikhar Taj sahab. Fellow Toastmasters, it is a pleasure and honor to be part of this vivacious gathering and becoming part of this revival of this Multan Toastmasters Club. Well, it is said, a good speaker is done talking before the audience is done listening. Toastmaster Amara, it was a great first speech. Excellent start by starting with explaining meaning of your name. That is good. Reference to your father was touching and helped you engage with the audience. It was a wonderful way to explain your life accomplishments. Your communication style was loud and clear. Great connection with the audience by explaining real life events. Your hand gestures by different signs through your hands, it was simply amazing. They were very visible. You looked very comfortable in your first speech. Your eye contact with the audience was also nice. Honestly speaking, to find areas of improvement in your speech was a very tough and arduous task. I can only find one thing where you can probably work more in your future speeches, and that is the tone variety. When you are speaking, it is essentially important. At times you speak in a high tone, and at times you speak in a low tone, and you use those variations with that, and maybe use a few pauses at times as well. So vocal variety is something that you may need to work upon a little bit in your future speeches. So what I can say is it was an amazing first speech. All of us can see a wonderful speaker in you. We have heard you in different forums before, and this Toastmasters forum definitely gives even good speakers like you an opportunity to grow and excel. Once you do that, probably sky is the limit. Surely, we can see a wonderful Toastmaster in you. Overall, it was an amazing speech and a great effort. Over to you, TTM Iftikhar Taj.
Thank you very much, Toastmasters Pros. With that, I request timer to please tell us how much time each evaluator has taken, whether both of them qualify or disqualify.
Okay, thank you very much, Toastmaster Sakhar Taj Saab. First evaluator was Toastmaster Zara Tareen. She took 3 minutes 15 seconds. And the second evaluator was Toastmaster Asad Feroz. He took 2 minutes and 40 seconds. According to rules, I think Toastmaster Zara Tareen disqualified. So it's with the
Both of them qualify because minimum time is 2 minutes.
Yes.
So 2 minutes 40 seconds also qualifies.
Okay. Thank you.
So DTM Zunair Zafar, you can conduct the voting, and thereafter I start taking reports. DTM Zunair, you are to tell me when time is over so that I start my session.
Okay, so we have 73% votes and we are reaching a 30-second mark. So let's give them a couple of more seconds.
Yeah, 1 minute at least. We should give one minute to them. So you have 20 more seconds to vote.
Ten more seconds, everyone. And I can tell you it's a close contest. Thank you. It's over. Over to DTM
Your role is balloting only.
You never know if I said truth or not.
So ballot is over. Now we can start our rest of the session, which is receiving reports from the role players. Our first report will be of counting, which is very, very important area. By the way, it tells you about the quality of speech. Ums, unpleasant sounds, fillers, thought process gaps, and all. It tells you the quality. For that, I request Toastmaster Sajid to please present his report.
Should I tell by name or it should be confidential?
By name.
Okay, I have tried my level best to be focused and identify each and every or any other, you can say, waiting. Or
yeah, you have made 2 hours by now.
Okay, Gondal, there is 6 and then Javeria 3. These are the 2 speakers, and afterwards the table topic masters. Ijaz Ahmed 3, Rao Anwar Suhail 2, Mr. Sajid, I think I should not quote, Rashid Faiz 3, Ijaz Tariq 4, Ijaz Hussain 3, and Bakir 3.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Sajid, for your careful noting of the ahs. And it's a very good result, by the way. Otherwise, I remember in our club, CA Toastmasters Club Lahore, when first time some speaker is coming up, some person is playing some role, ahs were in 20s and 30s. It's a great thing. Now I request Toastmaster Tehseen to please present the grammarian report, and this report will not be by name. This will be by examples only. Toastmaster Tehseen.
Thank you, Iftikhar Taj. First of all, thank you for giving me this opportunity to present myself here. I will start with the word of the day. Only Asad Feroz Saab has used the word of the day, which was vivacious, and he has used it in a very convenient manner. Overall, it was a very good English spoken by everybody. There are a couple of things which I noted throughout. First of them was we were very generous with our essays, with our plurals. Sometimes we missed it, and sometimes we added one where it was not added. For example, mentioning of when we have a number in addition to something, like there is 7 reasons, it must be reasons, not 7 reasons. We are mentioning time, it's 2 minutes, not 2 minutes. Similarly, one other more thing is mentioning the correct word for the number. There were mentioned that 2 or 3rd position in anything, it should be 2nd or 3rd position, not 2 or 3rd position. Some things that required a better vocabulary or prepositions, like I was so disappointed. I was so disappointed. It should be I was so disappointed. So these were the kind of things which I noted during the speech. One more thing is with the pronunciation. Most of the time pronunciation was good, but one thing that I particularly noted was the pronunciation of counter, which was continuously being pronounced as counter. So that grabbed my attention. Thank you, Iftikhar sir.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Ijaz, for a wonderful evaluation of the grammar. And at Tessin, Toastmaster Tessin, that's wonderful. Great job done.
Thank you.
It's not easy. I know it's not easy to play this role. You need to find out the errors that can be corrected, and you need to focus on good use of English, bad use of English, and grammatical things, and also the use of word of the day. And word of the day is generally that we can use in our day-to-day life. Thank you very much. With that, I like to present my general evaluation report on the meeting. Before going for anything, I like to speak about 2 evaluations. Evaluations was generally very good. For Toastmaster Javeri, I like to point out one thing, that despite all the positives that Zara mentioned, there are so many others as well. You need to focus on the use of space. Sometimes you are coming too close to camera and your head was cutting like this. So it's very important. I know it's a big challenge for everybody. When you are standing, you are talking to camera, not to people. So this open space is not available to you to impress the audience. You are only within a frame. That frame is important. And what is happening in that frame, that everybody is watching. So it's very important to look at that and focus on this area as well. And your vocal variety, most of the time it was very good vocal variety, despite 1 or 2 things that she mentioned, Toastmaster Zara mentioned. But you need to focus on something else as well. I'm pointing out because you are a very good speaker. Otherwise, we generally do not point these things for first speech of the Toastmasters Club. This is generally mentioned at 6th or 7th speech. So that itself tells how good you are the speaker. That sometimes your vocal variety was very good, but your sound was too low to even understand easily. So you need to focus on that. It's very important that whatever you speak, that should reach to the audience. And when we say what we speak, it is not something that we deliver. It is something that other person receives. That's much more important. For Toastmaster Amara, yeah, it was a very good speech. It tells you are a born leader and you are leading everywhere in life. It's a first speech. Yes, it's a first speech. It's a good speech. Your eye-to-eye contact was okay, because I could notice easily that you are reading from notes. In first speech, notes are allowed. But I remember that we gave you very little time. We asked you to please come and deliver the speech. And that's why we are having 2 speakers. You need to work on your vocal variety. That's very important. And vocal variety tells our passion and despair and everything, that how we feel. Otherwise, words do not tell our feel. They do not convey the meaning of our feeling. When you say, okay, you are member of the rating committee, it's a big thing. It's like being member of the executive committee of a big company, just below the level of board. So that passion was not reflective in your speech. Please work on those things. With that, with this Toastmaster role players and others, yeah, it's a wonderful meeting. It's a good meeting. I would suggest, when I noticed at about 3:15, there were only 11 Toastmasters from Multan. So that means we need to work on that a little bit, much more than what we have done. We need to excite people. We need to tell people that this is a useful thing for them. Yes, it's an unfortunate thing, but it is part of life. That we need to convince people that this is good for you. And this is almost free of cost. But we have to tell it unless they come up and they learn that this is good for them. And I remember that about after 3-4 speeches, everybody realizes, okay, what is communication? What is public speaking? And it also teaches us leadership. Leadership role is very, very important. It's not just the public speaking. It's just not just the communication. Like if you notice on the role players, counting, you cannot deliver this report appropriately unless you know the art of listening. If you are a good listener means whatever you are receiving, you are not processing it. You are just storing it in mind. And after completing that listening session, you process the information. And then you formulate your feedback and deliver. So this is a leadership role. This is very, very important role. You cannot be a leader unless you are a very good listener. Same as grammarian. Again, a leadership role. If you want to lead, that means you have to listen, not only listen, but listen very, very carefully. Focus on each word that is delivered to you and then process its meaning, and then you will evaluate what is good use or bad use. And examples were very given. Like I actually one very simple example that I generally give. You can tell a person, please get out of my room. And you can tell a person, please leave me alone. Both are communications. Which one you would like to listen, that is good communication. Focus on that. Timer role is also a leadership role. It's very, very important role because as a timer, when you time a person means you are not getting engaged, mentally engaged into the content of the speech, because then you cannot focus on time. So these roles are very important. If you learn communication, but you are not learning leadership roles and playing these roles, trust me, it's 30% cooked food. It's not 100%. I congratulate once again to Multan and members of ICAP from Multan and this club. I say Multan because it is the only club in Multan, and I'm sure there will be many more in Multan. There are a few areas which can be improved, which I don't want to discuss right now, but I would suggest mentors of the club to please have one full meeting on the training of role players, where we should encourage every member to participate. That's very important. And at the same time, I would encourage whole team of this club and all the members to please attend meetings of other clubs as well. You will have a great learning. And then you can come back to your club and see what is good for you. So CA Toastmasters Club, Lahore, Islamabad Toastmasters Club, there are so many clubs in Faisalabad. You should attend those meetings. And it's not only ICAP Toastmasters Club. You should attend others meetings. I have attended many meetings during this pandemic outside Pakistan, in Europe as well, and Europe, America, Nigeria, and so many other countries, India as well, because that is our learning. With that, I hand over the control to Toastmaster of the meeting, Toastmaster Ijaz. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Toastmaster Iftikhar Dar sir. It was really great session. We learned a lot from you. Especially one thing I want to mention that impressed me a lot was the communication is what you want to listen. Thank you very much. It was a great session.
Team
Now
Ajaz,
we,
request to please take time out for 1 minute for a group photograph, because this is historical moment. Let's have
okay,
all those who are the part of this historical moment captured today, so that
okay,
the memory that we capture today may be cherished later.
okay.
May I request all of you to please switch on your videos so that the picture of every participant of the meeting can be captured. Thank you so much. Toastmaster Muhammad Asif Raza, Toastmaster Hassan Bari, Toastmaster Fawad Shakir, would you please turn on your video?
Can everyone please smile? It seems like a really gloomy photo here.
And one for thumbs up. Thumbs up, please. Thank you so much, everybody. Now back to you, Toastmaster Ijaz Hussain.
Okay, thank you very much. Now the last part is about the announcement of result of votes. These votes, number of votes are with Toastmasters Junior. Can you please announce the votes?
Well, I would love to. So we had two prepared speakers today. Our winner of the prepared speech session is Toastmaster Amara. A huge round of applause, a virtual round of applause for Toastmaster Amara. Well done. Next up was our prepared speech session, and we had 6 speakers today. The winner of table topic speech session is Toastmaster Bakir Islam. Again, a huge round of applause for Toastmaster Bakir. And yes, bas khatam hone wali hai. And the third session was evaluation session, and the best evaluator amongst the 2 evaluators today is, the award goes to, any guesses? Toastmaster Zara Tareen. Well done. Congratulations to all the winners and all the participants.
And before we
Back to
move to
Toastmaster
next
meeting.
session, may I request everybody, whosoever is in the meeting, please check in on your Facebook. Post it there that you are attending this meeting of Multan Toastmasters Club. Please go to your Facebook and put your status over there. With this picture, I have shared picture in the group, WhatsApp group. Thank you. Over to Toastmaster.
Okay, thank you very much, Toastmaster Iftikhar Khan. Now I will return control to the presiding officer of our club, Toastmaster Javed Anjum. Sir.
Thank you, Toastmaster Ijaz. It was wonderful session today, and we have glory of stars all around. Today we have some guests as well. Mr. Marshall, Toastmaster Marshall is here with us from Nigeria. Can we have some feedback about the meeting from Toastmaster Marshall? I guess he's not there. Amir Haroon Saab, are you there?
Toastmaster Marshall is here. Maybe his duty is mic.
Okay.
Good day, everyone. Welcome, Marshall. So you were marshalling us.
Good day, everyone. Good to be in today's meeting. It was wonderful, and I enjoyed every bit of the meeting. Toastmaster Javeria invited me. She's my friend, and I must say, this is another better version of Toastmasters. because this is my first time attending a Toastmaster meeting outside Nigeria. Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you, Toastmaster Marshall. Then we have Amir Harun Sab. I guess, Amir Sab, are you there?
Yes, I am very much here, but you know, I just joined in. Yeah.
Chale, great. Amir Sab, we just wanted to have some comments from you.
Whatever I've seen so far, it's been excellent. It's been excellent. As a first meeting of CA Toastmasters Club Multan. Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you, Amir Sab.
Welcome. Thank you. Welcome. Welcome.
I guess DTM Atif Irfan and Qazi Saab, anyone from them?
Qazi Saab and DTM Atif Irfan is not here as of now. If you give me the opportunity, I want to say a few words.
Sure.
I think, Toastmaster Javed, we should be getting feedback from everybody who is not from Multan.
Sure, sir. Sure.
So, should I give my feedback?
Yes, Ghulam Abbas.
Great. Thank you so much. I feel proud of being the part of this great moment. You are starting again with the same energy, enthusiasm, and excitement. That is a great thing. And I would say to all the Toastmasters who've been behind this and behind the re-energizing of this club, who took initiative and motivated all the Toastmasters over here in Multan for starting the club again. Kudos to all of you, amazing Toastmasters. And I tell you, the meeting, the conduct of the meeting, right from the start of the job of the surgeon and arm until the conclusion of the meeting, everything was perfect. And it was not less than a standard Toastmasters meeting being conducted anywhere in the world. All the role players, starting from Toastmaster of the meeting, general evaluator, and the table topic master, everything was done wonderfully. Prepared speech session was excellent. The speakers were not looking like that they are delivering their first speech. They were delivering their speech like a professional speaker. Even the evaluations, these were the wonderful evaluations, like any professional Toastmasters evaluate in any Toastmasters meeting. So kudos to all of you, all the role players, all the speakers, evaluators, for making this meeting an amazing meeting. A very important thing that Iftar Taj Sahab has mentioned, that Toastmasters is all about communication or public speaking. It's more about leadership. हम प्रोफेशनल हैं, जब हम अपनी जॉब पे हम मतलब हमें शायद उस तरह लैंग्वेज का इशू नहीं होता, कम्युनिकेशन का इशू नहीं होता, बट लीडरशिप चैलेंजेस हमारे पास ज़्यादा होते हैं. तो पब्लिक स्पीकिंग में शायद थोड़ा बहुत हो, लेकिन अगर नेटिव लैंग्वेज में आते हैं तो फिर हमें इतना प्रॉब्लम नहीं होता. जब सेकंड लैंग्वेज में आके बात करते हैं तो वो एक प्रॉब्लम होती है. So for anyone who is feeling problem in speaking second language, this platform is a wonderful platform. But for the leadership journey, this platform is even a wonderful platform for anyone who wants to continue their professional career and growing in his professional career. So this is all from my side. Back to you, Javed Sahab.
Thank you, Toastmaster Ghulam Abbas Sahab. It was great effort by you, along with Zunair Sahab and Iftikhar Taj Sahab. I guess Zishan Sahab are also here. So I would request feedback from Zishan Sahab.
Thank you, Toastmaster Javed. With the Multan Toastmaster Club, it is being an excellent effort, starting from the district leadership and then well responded and well coordinated by our mentors, also to DTM Iftikhar Taj, and all those. Nice to see a new club addition in this area, and excellent effort by Toastmaster Ghulam Abbas also. But I want to share one thing which has been very positive. I was being given a task by our district director Zunair to just have and align the meeting. For any new club, the most important thing is you have to convince a person, come for the speech. It will be very good, no hesitation. and it took only 2 hours for me, and all the roles they were being filled. At my words, we are being having very mature clubs within our area and in our fraternity, and sometimes it took few days that all the roles are being properly filled. And here, all the roles are being filled within no time. That shows the zeal and zest. That shows the positivity. And yes, I have to second what DTM Iftikhar Taj and the Toastmaster Ghulam Abbas said, that the level of speeches was being up to the mark, and they are being ready that in any next upcoming national level and then to the next levels of any competition for the speeches, for the evaluation, they have excellent Toastmaster with them. And very soon we are going to see that they are going to achieve the certificates and achievements for their clubs. So from my side, from my area side, we are sharing with you the well wishes. Our support will always be there. Being a Toastmaster, I think so it is very difficult to get a council member sitting for the whole meeting if it is not being a cause of the Toastmaster. And the salute goes to Toastmaster Iftikhar Taj Sahab. He's been there from the start till end. So that is what the Toastmaster spirit is. But you have to spare that time. We learn by doing the thing, and that is the way we are being actually sharing the experience. So best of luck to the team, Toastmaster Multan. Stay blessed.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, Toastmasters Ishan sir. I guess we had a member from Islamabad as well. Do we have any? Ghulam Abbas sir?
So I'm checking.
I guess initial list में उनका नाम था Islamabad से.
Yes.
Maybe there. Okay. Do we have any other member who wants to give his feedback or comments?
I have a question.
Yeah, sure.
If someone wants to join, who do they need to contact?
For Multan Club?
Yep.
It's VP membership, I guess we have here.
And who would be that person?
Yes, that we need to check.
So what you can do is you can designate someone to be the point of contact initially, and later whoever is the VP education can then take things forward from there. But you can start gathering everyone's interest right now. So anyone who is interested right now, so they can.
Toastmaster Jawad is
we have a member.
VP membership.
जी इफ्तिखार साहब आप कुछ कहना चाह रहे हैं?
I think Toastmaster Jawad is VP membership, but otherwise almost everybody is in the WhatsApp group. They can share there, or any and everybody who wants to join can contact any of us initially. Yes, later there will be certain people, focus group, focus people, but right now anybody can contact anybody. Even they can contact me, though I am not part of this club, but they can contact me and I can make them connected to the right people in the club to join the club.
Thank you, sir. You are always part of this club.
Thank you. Thank you.
You're not
But
part.
I would,
you cannot exclude yourself.
I am always here.
Even for every Toastmasters Club of Pakistan.
We are grateful, sir. We were having a wonderful meeting. Asad sir, can we have your feedback, sir? Asad Feroz sir.
Thank you very much, Javed Anjum Saab. I think it is excellent that Multan members are getting an opportunity again. And this time round, it is important that we all encourage the members to become part of the club. Maybe we add a few non-members as well. And what is important is that what we have seen in Toastmaster clubs pan-Pakistan is that it has actually developed people. If I look from my own perspective, I've seen from the day I've started joining the meetings, I now understand this is the time limit, there I have to stop. And there I have to improve my different gestures, different facial expressions, eye contact. These are very basic things. We all need that in our professional and even our personal lives as well. So it is essentially important. I've seen people grow. Zunair, mashallah, was already a very good speaker. I've seen him grow to an incredible level. He's, mashallah, district director now, our pride. Similarly, Iftikhar Saab was a very good speaker when he joined. Zishan, again, a very good speaker. You yourself, Ghulam Saab is here. So people are here, but the important thing that we need to tell the youngsters especially is, well, this is the time, this is the opportunity. It's a very meager cost that you need to pay. We should invest in ourselves. If we don't invest in ourselves, I think the way competition is in the future, we will struggle. So that is, I think, an excellent initiative by you yourself, Amir Saab, Iftikhar Saab, Zunair, Zishan, and Ghulam Abbas Saab. All of you have done wonders in reviving this. And I pray to Allah that it continues for a long, long period of time. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. Inshallah, this club will continue with the help of all of you people and with your support. I wish we could have a physical session and we could present the award to the wonderful speakers today, especially Amara and Bakir Islam. I'm grateful to everyone who joined, especially yourself, Asad Saab, Zunair Zafar Saab, Iftikhar Taj Saab, Ghulam Abbas Saab, Zishan Saab, everyone who joined the session. We are grateful. We'll be having our meeting fortnightly, inshallah, from now on. And after the meeting, I'll request Zunair Zafar Saab to please depute someone who can train our people in choosing the media and how can we continue our meeting through media and upload the data on the website of the Toastmasters International, so that the speakers who spoken today can update their leadership roles at the website of the Toastmasters International as well. So Zunair Sahab, I'll call you after the meeting. So now we'll beg leave from everyone. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Really appreciate.
Thank you, everyone. Allah Hafiz. And it was a great experience.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Allah Hafiz.
Allah Hafiz. Allah Hafiz.
Thank you so much, and Allah Hafiz to everyone.
I think अगर कुछ लोग जावेद, जुनैर, गुलाम अब्बास, फरोज, अमारा can stay back, या कोई और भी एग्जीक्यूटिव कमेटी मेंबर, तो we should discuss few things, which will 15-20 मिनट का ये हो सकती है डिस्कशन, बट उससे चीजें बहुत जल्दी इंप्रूव हो जाएंगी और आपका बहुत बेहतर क्लब बन जाएगा, मुझे ये लगता है।
बिल्कुल सर, मैं इजाज को भी उस पर ले लूं।
हाँ, तो एग्जीक्यूटिव कमेटी के वैसे तो चाहे सारे मेंबर स्टे बैक करें, बट फ्यू मेंबर्स
वापस ज्वाइन कर लें। इफ समवन वांट्स टू जॉइन, वही वाली मीटिंग अभी चल रही है, दे कैन जॉइन विद द सेम लिंक।
हाँ, जो जिन्होंने खास तौर पे रोल प्ले करना है मीटिंग्स कंडक्ट करने में आगे और एग्जीक्यूटिव कमेटी रन करनी है, दे मस्ट स्टे बैक, उनको बहुत फायदा होगा। आई वुड से
आई गेस आमिर साहब हैं यहाँ पे। आमिर साहब थोड़ा सा टाइम आपके पास?
जी एग्जैक्टली, आई एम हियर, आई एम लिसनिंग जी, बिल्कुल।
चलो
जुनैर